Hello and welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. My name is Pat Baer. I'm here to build a brand new model kit that we haven't started yet. The Sazabi. We're going to start that off. First and foremost, hello. If you are currently a subscriber, you can throw the Bear Cave emote in there, the Lego emote, whichever you'd like to do. Thank you very much for hanging out on the stream. Thanks for watching on this special Wednesday stream. Christian's here. Hello, Christian. Welcome, welcome. Lashbrook is here. Hi, Lashbrook. Lord Crashington. Hell yeah. Great crew already. But yeah, this is a Wednesday night build stream. I wanted to make sure this weekend is just very busy for me. Ultron's here. Hello, Ultron. I have Anime NYC. I'm working for Crunchyroll's booth at Anime NYC, so I will be working set up tomorrow. And then there's an event that I'm going to tomorrow night, and then working the booth Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ultron just subscribed that's a whole year, 12-month streak. Thank you, Ultron, for that 1 year of being a subscriber with Tier 1. Thank you so much. Got to throw those Bear Cave and Lego and Scythe emotes right back into the stream and say thank you for that. But yeah, so Friday, Saturday, working all day. Sunday, working and then tearing down, a bit of an easier schedule. Friday's also pretty easy because they're not full show hours on Friday. Saturday, so Anime NYC I think is pretty smart about it. They're like, look, Saturday's going to be a busy day. Friday, we're open on Friday. People are going to come on Friday. It's not going to be the biggest deal in the world. Sunday, a lot of kids. It'll be busy, but we won't say open too late. So, which I think is smart. They understand. It's a big convention, but I think they're pretty smart about being like, we don't have to be open at 8 a.m. on Friday for people to be happy. So that's cool. Hey, you should check out my archives for Saturday's stream, or sorry, Monday's stream, I should say. Monday's stream. Monday's stream was really good, and you should check that out. Because we built this, which isn't going to show too well here on the stream, but we'll look at the overhead when we get to there. This is one of my favorite builds of the year. This is the Wrecking Ball, Hammond's Wrecking Ball from Overwatch. This was a one-day Lego build. We completed it totally on Monday, one-stream build, and I'm keeping it. It doesn't really fit well in the box. You have to really break it down to get it back in its box. So this is going to go on display. It's going to be great on display. But I did want to, and this is yellow here where it really looks bad because of the green screen. But I will be, I'll show that over in the overhead as well. Because Monday was a little light. I don't mind that. It happens this time of year. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff going on. Football, wrestling, charity streams, people getting caught up after their other charity streams. I get it. Oh, that's some really cold water. That's good. I get it. People got things going on, and I understand that. Really going to quickly just check this email. 740 is the lobby of the hotel. We're going to split into teams to get Starbucks Nugget. Yeah! Awesome! Let me just reply to this email. I'm going to reply to this email. Okay, great. See you then. I now know what my call time is for tomorrow, which I did not know until I asked. Which, would they have emailed me about it or texted me about it? Maybe, but they hadn't, so I sent an email right before the stream just being like, hey, what's my call time for tomorrow? Because I kind of knew, but didn't, and now I know. That's good. Anyway, yeah, we're going to build, look, we got our good round boy, but this is going to be cool. We're working on the Sazabi. And in particular, we are building the clear version of this real grade. So the art that's in the booklet is accurate, but like not super accurate because it's a different version of the kit. Let's go to the overhead. We'll take a look at that. Here we go. Sazabi. Clear color. That's right. Let's look at this color and the overhead. Look at this shit. This is rad as hell. I picked this up at New York Comic Con from the Bluefin booth. We have done one clear before, but we did a clear white, which I didn't love on stream. I think it was kind of tough to see that. But I think this is really going to pop. This clear is really great. Even on the white, I think it looks really, but on the black, I think it looks rad as hell. So like red over the black, I think it's just going to look really rad on stream and in person. And I'm excited to put this kit together. It's a cool looking kit that I purchased, as I said, at New York Comic Con, and I'm excited to build it there. But yeah, first and foremost, just want to show off our good round friend. It reminds me of the ruby weapon from 7. Okay, yeah, the ruby is the clear ruby color, because this is Sazabi. This is a red friend, and to choose this version of red for it, I think is really striking. So we got our good friend here, which is going to go on display in my shelf, and I will put that aside for now. One thing I will point out. Interesting, the sticker sheet is a shared page of stickers and water transfers, which is unusual. The stickers are small because the kit is small. This is a 1/4 scale. It's a real grade. We have not done a real grade on stream in quite some time. So it's that's a lot of stickers. Well, yeah, but really, Lord Crashington, they're just... So, really, all we're doing here is we're doing this. These are only the stickers we're going to be dealing with, because they're numbered. These are stickers that we're going to be dealing with, and then these are transfers. The either water or dry slides. I don't know for sure. But, they are tiny. They're very tiny. And I'm excited to apply them. The main thing for this that we have to just be aware of is this is a real grade. And for those that have not seen a real grade built on stream, it's been a while since we did one. We normally work in the 1/100 scale master grade, the detailed one. A few years ago, this is the 2019 kit, or 2018 kit, sorry. This is the colored version, the clear version of the 2018 kit. Several years ago, they started doing real grades. Real grades are a detailed 1/4 scale. Normally, the 1/4 is the high grade. And now they've also been making some high grades that are a little more complicated and a little more detailed. But in general, the high grades the 1/4 high grade is very simple, whereas the master grade is going to be more complex. And the 1/100 high grade is obviously just a big thing. My preference for streaming, for doing this for an audience, is to work in the master grade because the pieces are bigger and it's just a little easier of a build for me. But this is how we're going to get this kit. And I don't mind doing real grades now and again. I've had some real grades that weren't particularly fun to build. That has certainly happened. But also, this is a modern kit, which means that we do get lots of English, which is helpful. Lots of instructions that are in English. Both because it is a modern kit that Bluefin is selling in the U.S., but yeah, also just because of the particular era we're in. It is more likely that you're going to find kits with all English. I really don't care for the military markings, and but most kits come with, aka all of those there. Yes, I don't disagree with you. Most of the decals that you're going to get the either water or dry transfers, I'm not super into. The stickers we're going to get in this kit are all are all gold, which over the either dark brown or the dark gray or the black is going to pop really well. Space Meadow says, when I played 40K, I was so bad at doing those wet transfers. Look, I've just started to get not terrible at water transfers. I am still not good at them, and dry, I have fucked up just constantly. I'm really bad at dry transfers. The Gerbera that we just built not too long ago, I should go back and do the water transfer of the shield, because the shield markings looks really nice. I was just like scared to do it, so I didn't. Oh, all right, I already assembled this wrong. We'll try to use this here. Nope, sponger time. Okay, sponger time. Already screwing up. Today was pretty laid back. I caught up on some sleep, which is good because I am going to be working the next 4 days, at a fairly hard pace, which I'm excited about, but still got a lot going on. Going to be finishing that stuff up, and then, working at this event, and then immediately going back to the day job, with no real time to relax about it. So having today to kind of like bridge the time between was helpful. Went and checked into my hotel that I'm staying in. It is incredibly nice. They were like, "Oh, we're putting you in the studio." Now, is this a large room? No, it's not particularly large, but it is like a studio apartment in that there is a small sink and a narrow but functional fridge, and a 2-burner, a stovetop, and a microwave, and also a very small dishwasher and dishes. I have never stayed in a hotel that had dishes before that weren't just tiny water glasses, tiny glasses. So this is unique for me. It is a nice spot. I'm excited. Went and checked in, and then came back here, watched some anime, got some food because, as I said, there's a fridge, so I got some groceries, packed up some other groceries that I had here, and now I am. Then I'll just head right back. I will upload this video when it's done to YouTube as I pack stuff up. And then as soon as it's done uploading to YouTube, I will just head to the hotel and try to get some sleep because I got to get up earlier than I normally do. Not that early. Also, I'm not going to say like what hotel or anything like that, but I'm on the second floor, and that fucking rules because I'm just going to walk down a flight of stairs. It's a large hotel, and I have run into that issue before when I've stayed at hotels. It's just like having a thing where you're like, oh, I need to leave. Oh, no elevator is coming. Oh, well, I'm 25 flights up, so just gonna have to wait for this elevator. Instead, I'll just get out, hit the staircase, go downstairs. Try to hit the free breakfast area, get myself a little continental breakfast, and then do my meetup. Excited for all of it. A good day. And then I have, a day of setup. I just remembered that I'm going to an event tomorrow night, and I need to pack something nice for it, which I did not pack yet, and glad I don't have to come back to my apartment to get it, because I remembered now that I have to get those items. Just like a dress shirt and like a tie, look kind of presentable. That's all I'm going to do. It'll be fine. Or look somewhat decent. Sometimes you gotta look alright. I'm not even gonna stay long at this event I'm going to tomorrow night. It's mostly just like because I can go to it. I figured like, yeah, alright, I'll go and say hi and see if I run into anybody that I want to talk to and network a little bit. I'm not much of a networker really. Uh, at it, you know, at busy events like that, I'm mostly a hey reminder. Hey, we should check in with each other. Hey, we should talk later. I'm more of that kind of networker. Just a hey, remember me? Okay, bye. Let's reconnect later. Uh, Twisted, hey, how's it going? You just posted a pic in my Discord of what's coming to me Saturday. Cool, I will check that out after the stream. You got something coming in the mail? That's awesome. Thank you for posting. As always, folks, the Discord, we welcome you. Anyone can join it. I will put that note here, and of course, it is in the show description if you're watching after the fact on YouTube. But yeah, people feel free to join the Discord. It's not that busy. People post photos of stuff they're working on, and it's generally pretty positive. All right, let's put a sticker on. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna get at Bluefin. I've been looking at what they've got going. I'm gonna see. I'll bring Bluefin up. See if I can find their blog. Where's your blog, Bluefin? Tell me what you got. So the Gogeta Figurize looks good. So I might go and pick that up. But I'm not 100% sure. So there's some clear stuff that looks pretty fun. There is a Zaku 2 that's a clear green that's pretty fun. That's pretty inexpensive. That's a Chibi Gundam. I don't really do the SDs that often, but it seems kind of fun. The high grade Destiny Gundam looks pretty nice. I don't know necessarily if that's something that I want to pick up. I'm not going to get the Tall Geese 2, certainly. So, really, what it is I don't know if I'm going to go for any exclusives or just see what they have there that, like, if they have anything there that is cheaper than what's on Amazon. Is kind of how I'm looking at things right now. I think that's kind of how I'm going to go with my purchase decisions is this cheaper than it is on the internet and something I want to get is kind of how I'm going to look at it. And I might not get anything at the show. I think I will have some time, breaks and stuff to pop over. But if the line is too long, I don't know. But the Gogeta, the Super Saiyan Gogeta, it's not the God Super Saiyan, so it's not the blue-haired. It's the just gold-haired. That looks pretty neat, and I've been thinking I might get that. But also, I'm going to look to see if the Time Machine isn't outrageously overpriced, and it might not be. I mean, it's totally possible it might not be. Then that might be what I get because shipping on that has been kind of high, and obviously I don't have to ship it if I'm bringing it from just to my apartment. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at the Dragon Ball stuff. And the Kamen Rider, I do have a Kamen Rider kit to build, the Figurized Kamen Rider. I've never seen that at any of the convention stuff because I just think it's not, Bluefin doesn't necessarily think that they'll sell, is my guess. But maybe at an anime convention it'd be more likely than a comic convention to see those. Alright, so we gotta put this on here. Do not like applying stickers that involve bending and folding. Do not like those at all. But this is asking for stickers, and we got another sticker right on the heels of this one, so whatever. We'll get these on. These are the biggest of these stickers, so hopefully it will be a little easier to do. Yeah, I'm excited. I have a few friends I know at Artist Alley this weekend, but mostly this is just a a work instead of work opportunity. And I am happy to do it. And I'll get to see a couple friends that I know are working and a few friends that are Crunchyroll, although I found out that a good buddy of mine is going to be working in the Crunchyroll Games booth, which is a separate booth. So I'll see him, but like not as much as I thought I was going to see him. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Whatever. We'll just be in different booths. It'll be okay. All right. And let's see. Did that. I did that. We need 11. Okay. We will be putting more stickers on very soon. So let's continue. How's everybody doing tonight here in the wonderful world of the internet? Let me know how you're feeling. This is a Wednesday night. It is an unusual night. Usually this is when I do games, but for the next 3 weeks, this is when I stream. Which is one, I enjoy Thursdays because that's the night that everything started for me. It was my first streaming day. At first, it was an afternoon, and now an evening. It's freezing cold tonight, says Lord's Crashing. It's pretty cold here. I will admit. So yeah, it is pretty chilly where I'm at. Starting to actually get that cold weather. Yeah, so it's starting to feel it. But yeah, Wednesdays are a little tougher for me than Thursdays for streaming. Literally only because all of the anime comes out. Like literally, there are 4 shows that I watch that come out on Wednesdays now. And so basically, as soon as I'm done with my work for the day, I gotta I've got quote unquote got to, but to keep up and be able to talk about it on stream, I have to watch some stuff. And so today I was able to pace that because I didn't work my day job, so I was able to kind of pace what I need to do, and I still ended up watching 3 things in a row, but I didn't have to watch all of it in a row, which was good. Wind chill at 16. Woo, Lord Crashes in. That is cold. I'm not that bad. Today was the first day back at work after vacation. It was real rough going in and leaving bed this morning. Lashbrook, totally feel that. I understand where you're coming from, my friend. You'll get back in that rhythm. It does take a while, but you will get back into it. I should say, right now we're working on the legs. I should say that. I didn't say that. It's leg day. We started on leg day, which usually you work on head or chest first. Chest first, head first. Legs usually are not where you start with a kit, so that's kind of interesting and odd. And now you can kind of see, this is going to be this thing's got some big old feet. This robot's got big feet. That model has some great legs. It does. It really does. I should just check my weather forecast for the next several days because I can always if I have to come back to the apartment. That is the nice thing about my current situation of staying at a hotel, working at convention, but being close to home is if I need to, I can always rush back here. Oh yeah, got 30 degrees. Certainly not as bad as what you've got, Lord Crashington, but it is 30 degrees is still cold. And of course that is Fahrenheit. Okay, 52 on Friday. That's not bad. It's okay, yeah. Gonna be cold next couple days. Thick Gundam, yeah. The Sazabi is a beefy friend with a very good shield. The shield design is so solid and great. I really do like this kit. As soon as I saw it as a listed thing, obviously, not obviously, but it's on sale at Anime NYC. So if I hadn't picked it up at New York Comic Con, I definitely would have picked this up. But as soon as I saw it, I just knew that this was something that I really wanted to get. So because really, really great. All right. So that goes in like that. Goes like that. Okay. This kit looks like, hi Zorbs, welcome. Yeah, Zorbs, this is a really cool looking kit. I'm excited to put it together. We'll kind of blow it up a little bit here in the photo so you can see. Oh, nope. Yeah. The clear color. I mean, if it had just been a cherry red or a deep red, I'd still love this kit. But the clear really, with the black interior, I think really pops and is really going to make this really striking looking mobile suit. So I'm excited for that. Next stream will be Monday. There will be no Saturday stream. So maybe Saturday night. I haven't tested the internet connection, the Wi-Fi connection at my hotel. I can't imagine it's great, but it could be okay. If it's all right, I might do a check-in stream, like a hangout, like a just chatting stream. No promises on that, but I might do that if it's looking like I've got the decent enough bandwidth. But good clear plastic worked well on a lot of things. Yeah, Lord Crash, I said I think the pure clear that we built when we did the last year at this time we did clear kit. The Victory, was it the Victory Gundam? I can't remember what it was. That one I think looked all right, but I think the clear was a little tough on stream, whereas this red looks really nice on stream. I think it's going to look great. But yeah, so the next build stream after tonight will be on Monday. So mainly just this trip is unlike some of my other trips, when I'm going to PAX, or when I went to Emerald City Comic Con or San Diego. I was working, but I wasn't working like fully, totally like on a job, on the clock. I was kind of working for myself, and my schedule was way more open. This is not that. This schedule is like they are paying me for my time. So because I was thinking, I'm like, well, if I get out at 7:30 on Saturday, I can rush back here and stream. And I'm like, I'm not gonna try to do that. I'm not sure what shape I'm going to be on. In on Saturday. But what I'm going to do is leave everything set up, because I'm going to be coming back here on Monday and then just working, and then stream Monday night. So that way I don't have to set up for my stream on Monday. I'll just be ready, which I'm thinking is going to be good to have that all set up. I'll just pull my green screen because it's covering the vent heater. So I'm just going to pull that aside so it's not fully covering that, because that is probably not good to do long term. I'm sure it'll be fine, but yeah, instead of having to move my table and adjust the lights and everything in there, I'll just have everything ready to go, which I think will work out pretty good. Also pretty good, the stickers, number 20. Let's find you, number 20. Where are you? I talked about this on Twitter a little bit. I played, the beta is out officially. It was an alpha, now it's in beta for the Battlegrounds mode in Hearthstone. And I played a couple games of that. I mean, you got free packs for playing, so I at least gave it a shot. I don't generally like games like that. So I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to like this. And yeah, I didn't really like it. I don't know. I understand why some people are into it. It just didn't do anything for me. Okay, so this goes in like this. Okay. So what sticker? Putting. Okay. So yeah. I don't know. I don't really like auto battlers. And I've kind of, the very least, I understand what the cards do because I have played Hearthstone for so long that I understand, like, at least I understand what the cards are supposed to be doing in the thing, which I can't always say about other auto battlers because I'm not as familiar with the cards. All right, these are very tiny, and I don't feel like applying them, so we're not going to. Sorry. Well, maybe I will. These are very tiny, though. Uh, so instead of just having two little dots, there is a clear part, so it's one long strip, which I guess solves the problem, and theoretically makes this easier to apply. But it's still very tiny stickers. I think I'm going to, every sticker on this set is going to be on a case-by-case basis. And maybe something I will do when I have more time and I'm not on stream with y'all. I might go back and apply some of them. But I also might just choose not to. Oh, we got it going on here. Kairu DeLarge is now following. Kairu, thank you very much for the follow. Remember, folks, if you're not currently following me on the stream, please do so. Turn your notifications on before you go. My schedule is on the page when I'm not streaming. You can see that, or on Twitch. My next build stream will be next Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern because I am taking Saturday off and not streaming tonight instead of tomorrow. But normally I'm a Monday, Thursday, Saturday streamer. This whole Anime NYC schedule makes it harder for me to do that. I have no, like, oh, I'm going to see this, oh, I'm going to do that plans for Anime NYC, I should say. My biggest plan is to work hard and get my employers their money's worth. Oh, Solf just subscribed to Tier 1. Sorry I'm late. Gmail doesn't want to give me pat notifications anymore. Solf, I'm so sorry that you're not getting your notifications. Don't worry about it. I'm glad you're here. So, Solf, thank you very much. Let's do the Bear Cave emote, and thanks, Solf, for resubbing for 7 months. So if you're a subscriber, let's throw those emotes in there and say thanks. We'll just do that one there. And then Kiryu says, I've seen you doing stuff along with Giant Bomb. Didn't know you did Gunpla. Cheers. Well, yes, I do stream here. I occasionally do some game streams, Jackbox and stuff like that. But I'm primarily a builder, Gunpla, and Lego. I just showed this off. This is what we worked on Monday, which was, speaking of video games, this Overwatch Wrecking Ball kit, which is a small kit and was really fun and really cool and is going on my shelf. But Monday was a little light on viewers, so I want to make sure that people got to see it because it is a rad kit. And one of my favorite kits of the year, which is also so nice that is fun because I did not enjoy that Shenlong that we just built. I was very disappointed with the Shenlong. Yes, folks have been quick to point out that's what a P Bandai is. It's an old kit with some new parts that you pay too much for. They just started doing a lot more in the U.S. over the years, so at least you're not having to import them from Japan. But that you got what you paid for, and while I do understand that, and while I can appreciate that, I can still be disappointed in that kit. Am I still going to get the heavy arms? Yes. I'm going to still get the heavy arms when I can because it's a heavy arms with more guns and more rockets, and it has so much leg rockets. They attach the thing to the back of it. Yeah, duh. I'm going to buy that heavy arms at some point. We build Gundam Wing model kits on this stream. That is a thing we do. But it's still a bummer. All right, so... But that's over. So it was so nice to work on that that Overwatch Lego set. I've now done the Diva and Reinhardt double pack, which was fast. The Diva one was a little tricky because it felt weird as you were building it because, like, it just... You're building it, like, on its side, basically, and then when you're done with it, it was like, oh, this makes sense. But at first, it didn't quite make sense about, like, where is this in relationship? Why does this look like this? What am I building? It took a little while to get the vibe of that. The Reinhardt was an easy build. And we built the Bastion, which is a great kit that... It's a Lego kit that transforms, which I highly recommend. And now I also recommend the hamster set. I think I just put this on upside down. That's why. It is giving me problems. Yep, alright. I put this on upside down, and then I'm wondering why it's being annoying. Is because I did it wrong. I also did it wrong on the other one, so I'll fix that. So we're finally doing our first clear pieces here. Welcome to everybody that just popped into the stream. Hello. Welcome to the Build with Baer workshop. We're doing a special Wednesday night stream instead of Thursday because I am working an event this week that starts tomorrow. And I just was going to be busy, and I wasn't sure what my day was going to be like tomorrow and if I would be able to stream. So I knew I could stream tonight. So here we go. Also, really glad that I didn't stream yesterday because originally I was going to stream Tuesday night. And I'm so glad I didn't because I was very tired yesterday and also in a weird headspace. So it was nice to just watch some stuff and relax. I've been watching so much Desert Bus. Desert Bus for Hope continues. I believe that they're going to wrap up sometime tomorrow, I believe. Unless something dramatic happens, they might go into Friday, but Desert Bus has been great this year. If you have the means to be able to donate and to help them, it is helping the Child's Play charity and is pretty great. Some cool people this year doing some fun stuff. If you want to see clips, you can go to Desert Bus. Desert Bus's YouTube page. They've been posting just clips, hoping that something goes viral or people always request their favorite moments. So you can check out a lot of that there, and I think it's well worth it. Also on my YouTube page, I contributed a meme for a meme contest that was previous memes, and I basically took. There was a meme of Surge from Loading Ready Run doing the bunny dance, and I put that with Baby Shark because that was a song that has been stuck in people's heads. So it's just 6 seconds of Surge dancing to Baby Shark. And it is a nonsensical addition. And I'm sure if you have no context of any of that, it doesn't make any sense. Other than, oh, you just took footage of someone dancing and put it over Baby Shark. And the answer is yes, I did do that. All right. I gotta say, we got more to put on this, obviously. Look, that looks so cool. Oops. Oh, no. Oh, this looks so cool. Drop, fall, freak out. But, yeah, when I saw photos of the clear, I thought for sure this was going to be a great project to work on, and I'm already super thrilled by it. Ho ho ha! Hello there, old chum. Sazabi, apparently I've been gnomed by Sazabi, which, okay. Hello, Sazabi. Welcome to the stream. Happy you're here. Apparently I've been gnomed. But, okay. I'll take it. Yeah, this color I think looks rad. And you can see that there in this camera. Yeah. I think it's going to look real good. In person, this fucking looks awesome. I hope it translates well enough for y'all, but please, take my word for it when I tell you, this shit is rad. Alright, so we need E's and F's. Because this is the light, almost pinkish red. And this is the dark red, which looks weird on that one camera. It looks good here. Have you never been gnomed before? Lord Crashington? Yeah, I don't know. You gnomed bad gunpla. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I've been gnomed before. I'm gonna be honest, Sazabi. Not sure what the fuck is happening right now. Also, we'll say this. Your name is Sazabi, and I am working on the Sazabi. So, I should say, I'm glad you're here. I would have been bummed if you had missed any of the streams where I worked on this kit, since it's the name you use on Twitch. This is going to take a little while. Like, this isn't going to be like the fastest build or anything. It's a real grade. It's detailed. It's going to take some while to build. So it's not like this is not a one stream build. But I am glad you're not going to miss it. Well, yeah, but like people get busy, people things. I'm streaming on a Wednesday night. Not everyone could do Wednesday. Harold's not here. Like, I get it. That's because I think Harold is streaming right now. But like, it's physically not possible for me. Well, people get busy, and I understand. But yeah, I'm glad you're here so that you can partake in the kit that you share a name with. Because this is as is. Obviously, Char Zaku 2, incredible. Sazabi, unbelievable. The Sazabi is already a great kit. We are already working on a fantastic kit. These pieces are not the right pieces. I pulled, what did I pull out of there? I pulled 11 instead of 14. See, I wasn't even looking right, and I pulled the wrong pieces out. Sazabi is already a phenomenal kit. When we add in the fact that it looks very cool, and then you add in clear pieces, oh, we're taking it to the next level, my friends. I am annoyed that I pulled the wrong pieces out, but that's fine. I'll just set them aside. I'll find them. Speaking of Char's Counterattack, back in theaters December, indeed. Got some Gundam 40th anniversary. I know that there are some shirts, some Gundam shirts. I have a pin. I got a Gundam 40th anniversary pin at New York Comic Con for spending money, because I did. I mean, I bought this and I bought the other kit, so I got a little bit of I got a pin for doing that, which was cool. Alright. Also, hey, I have Baby Shark stuck in my head right now, so that's not fun. It'll go away, but it is stuck in my head, and that's not great. Detail paint the frame. I mean, that's Sazabi. That's always a possibility for someone else. That's probably not going to be a thing that I do, as that is not my jam. But I have also, I'm going to put on, like I said, I'm going to put on as many stickers as I can and do my best to really make it shine that way and just, I'm gonna do my best to make this kit to really uh, do this kit the justice it deserves because it is a phenomenal looking kit. And I'm very excited to work on it. Yeah, you could. Yes, since you could see the frame through the armor, you could do some detail work, really highlight it, use some silver and some gold to highlight some of the black, and I think that would look really sharp. Owner of a Lonely Heart has been stuck in my head today. Yep, that is an earworm song. Those earworms, they'll get you. All right. Oh, that just looks so cool. It just looks so cool. Oops, that fell off. Like that. This is a real grade, so sometimes things are a little wobbly. Not as much as the old real grades. The first couple real grades are even the wing, the Gundam wing real grade is like I think the arms were like really bad. I eventually put tack on them to kind of keep them together, and that was frustrating because it was like this is not a cheap kit and it looks cool, but come on. Yep, indeed, Space Meadow. Yes, the pipes will be a good detail work. No, there's definitely some work that a skilled person or a good amateur could pull off. And I do think that, like, I do think that in 2020, I'm going to invest in some markers, and then synth. Yeah, I didn't. Ultron, I didn't read what you had written previously because I did not know what you meant, and I'm glad you clarified that you meant synth. Yeah, Sazabi, I do hear what you mean. Uh, I think I'm going to get a high grade, some sort of high grade. Something that is not super expensive, a kind of common high grade. Look for something that's priced affordably. And do some line work and try it out. That's a 2020, which is right around the corner. Um, uh, but that is something that I have considered, since it is the final frontier of things that I said I would never do, but probably should try at least once. Now that I've done water transfers fairly successfully and dry transfers kind of successfully, and we did our first glue. Like a non. We did when we did the car from Initial D, the 86, our first glue kit. Oof. Once we did that, I'm feeling a little more confident in my abilities. So it is time to do something that I'm terrified of doing, which is line work. It's very much a painted kit. The HG low booster, if you can find it for like $9. Yeah, I would love to get like a Leo or a yeah. I mean, honestly, look, am I gonna get myself a cheap 1/100 high grade from Gundam Wing? A Gundam Wing kit, probably, or yeah, or an SD. An SD could be fun. A high grade New Century. Like, I'll probably just go to like uh Image Anime. It's a 144. Yeah. I'll probably just go to Image Anime, which is my local import store, and just get a cheap kit. 1997. Well, yeah. I mean, that's totally a possible thing. All right, our feet are done. It's time to work on our legs here. So we'll get our dark gray pieces out here. It's totally possible that I might end up with something like that, but I don't know. I've been thinking about it. At the very least, I would learn something new, and folks might learn what not to do by example, or maybe it turns out that's a thing that is fun. Obviously, I am here to build stuff and to talk with all you and entertain you and to 2 hours at a time do something fun. Um, I should say that while I do treat this as work because I am working right now, this is something that I treat like a job like a job I enjoy. Um, uh, a significant portion of doing model kit building for me is the fact that building kits is relaxing and enjoyable, and I like doing it. I like being able to talk about things I want to talk about, like anime shows or wrestling or pop culture stuff or things like that. I enjoy having those conversations and talking about the things that I'm excited about. Um, and so I try not to do things that fill me with dread because that's too much of life. Uh, when I did the papercraft stuff, that was like interesting and fun, and I wasn't like worried about it. Sometimes I've done a few things, a few builds here that like anytime I'm doing a perfect grade, perfect grades, like I just don't want to fuck it up. I just don't want to fuck it up. Look, I don't want to fuck any of this up here, but we'll figure it out if I do. I'll make it work. I'll make it progress. But I do tend to try to avoid feeling incredibly stressed while I do model kit building because it is supposed to be my leisure activity. As they say, I mean, what's a hobby unless you can monetize it and make it a huge portion or make it make it another job? But I also wouldn't build all these model kits if I didn't have the streams to look forward to and to schedule around and the kits people send me, the kits I've bought on my own, like this one, kits I've bought with Patreon money and Twitch money and my own money. It is a thing I enjoy doing, and I'm grateful to have this. But, well, not everyone who is on Twitch is here because they stream. Some people are here because they have accounts so they can follow people and so they can subscribe to people and do all that. Some people are not here to be streamers. I certainly had an account for quite a while before I started streaming because I wanted to, follow people and subscribe to folks and get notifications and all that before I started doing this part. But yeah, not everybody is here to stream. Some people are just here to do whatever. Also, I don't follow a lot of. I follow a decent amount of people, and I'm friends with some people on here. But most of the time, like I follow enough people, and then also once you start following certain people, your recommendations are just other people. Like talk about Hearthstone streaming, right? I don't follow all of the Hearthstone streamers that I watch. But because I follow enough of them, the other ones get recommended to me. So like, if I'm watching Zalay, then Purple gets recommended for me, and Ike gets recommended for me, and other people that Zalay, a Hearthstone streamer, other people that he streams with, Petra gets recommended, like basically his contemporaries and friends. And he got recommended to me because I was watching Firebat, and he's constantly doing Firebat stuff. Since I started watching your streams, I got into Gunpla enough that the number of games I play is down, and that means I spend less money. Win-win. Ultron, that's awesome. But also, I hope you're still playing games you enjoy and you're having fun with games and getting into the games you want to play. Obviously, like, the interactivity of games are still really strong, and I still am a huge advocate for them as a way to have unique and awesome experiences. But yeah, I mean, when I started getting more and more into anime again, because I had taken kind of a hiatus from watching, but in 2000, like 13 or 14, when I started really getting into anime more, um, I I realized that my game playing had gone down. And then also I got way more into anime because I stopped watching as much wrestling, and now I picked that back up because there's some really good wrestling out there. Uh, oh yeah. Uh, do would just balance my time between stuff better now. Just let a whole hog into games. Yeah, I mean that's also like it is pretty helpful to have different hobbies to a well-rounded individual. But I understand that. I understand that people like uh, should try a bunch of different things, and also, I mean, like I've been thrilled to have more and more people try model kits or model kit building, or to try doing Lego sets, getting back into Lego. Maybe people that had done Lego in the past and hadn't done them for a while. It's really nice to say that I've inspired people. Or sometimes it just be like, oh yeah, I build them on occasion. Oh, I saw the kit that you built there, and now I want to build that kit. Like that makes me happy. I've always enjoyed that part of this process. Is that or folks that like be like, oh yeah, I mean I used to do this, but I haven't done it in a long time. That makes me really happy, because I picked model kit building because I didn't want to just do gaming. I don't really like I don't like doing most games while trying to talk to an audience and do all that. I think Jackbox is different. I think Hearthstone took me a while to get decent enough at it, and now I'm not going to be doing that anymore in front of an audience, but it took me a while to feel at all confident in doing that. So right now, I couldn't imagine myself doing something besides model kit building as my primary streaming. Um, but as I said, I started doing this because I wanted to start streaming, and I also missed model kit building, and this was a very good excuse to get back into model kit building because it had been so long that I was just like, oh, I want to do this again. And now I get to. And now I'm building generally 6 hours a week, which is rad. Okay, so I'm going to assemble these pieces here, and then we're going to start doing the right leg after I finish assembling this. But we are going to, at first and foremost, let's take a pause for the cause. Folks that are new to the stream, I'm going to kind of quickly break down ways you can support the stream. I try to be as fast as possible with this, but this is, a part of it is that every stream, I do take a few minutes, just kind of talk about ways you can support the stream if that's something you'd like to do. No pressure. If you are currently... Bad Gunpla is raiding with a party of 21. Hello. Welcome. Oh, wow. You're here. Hello. Welcome. I'm going to drink a little water because we're talking about... All right. The Bad Gunpla squad just arrived. Oh, wow. Okay. Hello and welcome. This is the Build with Baer workshop. We build model kits and Lego sets and hang out. Welcome to it. I'm going to do a very brief pause for the cause, which is generally where I just say ways that people can support the streams if they'd like to. Consider following for folks that are part of the raid. I build here Monday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I'm off for a little bit because I'm working at Anime NYC this weekend. Thank you for the follow. I really like doing Lego. It is, thank you for the follow, Swing Low. Wholesome, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. I'll mention I have a Patreon. That's another way to support. If you'd like to become a subscriber, that would be rad. Use your Twitch Prime coin or Cash Money. And yeah, the Firehawk, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. And I'll mention, hey, I buy a lot of model kits to build on stream. I have an Amazon wish list. I have MC Gunpla. I have not done Bionicles. No. So one of the things I really love doing is, one, I love doing Star Wars kits. Star Wars kits rule. I really enjoy doing Star Wars kits. John the mod is following. Thank you very much for the follow, John. Appreciate that. The other thing I got really into is Ninjago. It is Lego's Ninja Battle Series. There's an animated show apparently, but you get to build like mech dragons and cool samurai stuff and like samurai mechs, and it's a really fun line. And because it's not like Star Wars or Harry Potter or anything else licensed, it's reasonably priced, and you get a lot of pieces for your dollar. So the Ninjago line is a really fun one. I think that is. But yeah, actually doing Gunpla right now since the Firehawk. That's awesome. We're going to talk about some anime in a bit. I just threw that in there. This is the anime. Here's the thing. Here's the thing, folks. Watching the stream, first and foremost, thank you. Second of all, so we build model kits here, but we also talk about anime. As I said, Anime NYC is coming up. I do not believe that I will meet Totoro this weekend, but if there's Totoro, I'm going to check it out. But yeah, I got to break down the anime that I watched since our last stream, because that is what I do here. Talk about anime. And look, here's the thing, y'all. I understand. I get it. Every week, I watch the new episode of Black Clover, and I'm broken record at this point. Oh, Viper Voltages, thank you for the follow. I'm telling you to watch Black Clover. And I get that it's over 100 episodes. It's a lot to be like, get into this long, already kind of long, shonen anime. But god damn it, if it isn't a fucking great anime, and Finral got his fucking shining moment in this one. Also, it's an action anime that does one of my favorite things in anime, which is there is a character that in any other show would be a villain, but is a good guy. And there's a character named Jack the Ripper, and his big motivation is he wants to slice things. And there's a line in this episode where they basically say that his magic, he's a magician, there's a bunch of them, they're wizards. His magic allows him to change properties of itself in order to adapt so that he can cut through things he normally wouldn't be able to cut through. In this case, like, disruption dimensional magic is being thrown at him, and he's just like, I'm going to cut that. And then he does. And it's so stupid. He looks like a praying mantis and also looks very evil, but he's not evil. And it's very great. I love that he's just like, his motivation is, I want to cut things. And if I can't cut your magic, yeah. Yes. And if he can't cut it, he will hopefully adapt, or he will endeavor to adapt in order to cut it. There is a joke of him cutting and making like a soup and being very like excited about cutting up all the ingredients. And then he eats soup, and it was too spicy. It's too spicy. That was a dumb gag in the show. But yeah, it is. I keep saying it looks like shit is gonna get. Look, things have been really good in this shonen. Like, people are doing great work, and friendship is happening, and it's been great. This next episode, next Tuesday, it's going to be the rough one. It's going to be a rough episode. It looks like it. a lot of people shouting in the preview episode. I don't think he cut through the spiciness. I think it was like the after song end joke, which happens on occasion. The old like after credits gag. They have a thing called Petite Clover, which is just their gag at the end. But that was a solid episode. I know, as I said, I am a broken record about promoting and telling you that you should check out this anime, but Black Clover is pretty great. Let's see. What other shows do I want to talk about? I gotta go look in my thing. Radiant. Meh. Radiant Season 2. Look. Speaking of villain characters that look like they'd be the villain in an anime, but are the good guys, we got to see Grimm fight, and that was pretty cool because Grimm is a pretty cool fighter. I don't have a lot to say about Radiant. I am gonna keep watching it because it's not really doing anything particularly great, but it's still a decent show. This is a really strong season for anime, like especially shonen. So to have like a weak shonen, I think there'd be other times this year if it had come out. I think I would have been way more interested in it, but with Dr. Stone and Fire Force and One Piece and Black Clover all being really strong, and even Boruto not necessarily being strong but being interesting, it's just there's just too much good anime out there to like deal with like an okay show. So that's my thoughts on Radiant right now. I think things are going to pick up, but right now it is. I'm less interested in it than I normally would be. Let's see what else we want to talk about here. Okay, best show of the season, best anime this season is a slice of life, fun show called After School Dice Club. Oh, this episode was great. We had Maki, who is the rough and tumble, like delinquent character that has kind of only been in one episode. She shows up again, and it's a heartfelt, fun episode. Her segment is nice. She's not like my favorite of the minor characters in the show, but like it was still a good episode. This is also our first episode where it was like a two-part, like a half and half, like an A story and a B story. That is on this show is usually following one story for the whole thing. So that was kind of interesting that they like took the time to tell like a full story or like a half story. Trying to think about. What's happening right now? Riot Bananas is rating with a party of 324. Hello. Okay. So, hello. Welcome. I'm Pat. This is the second raid, which is a lot. And hello. This is the Build with Baer workshop. I'm Pat. I build model kits. I talk about wrestling and anime and model kits and Lego stuff. This is the Sazabi, which real grade, which came out in 2018. This is the clear coat version. I got it at New York Comic Con. Thank you for the follows, Decimate and Ansifred found. I don't know. Sorry. And James, and James. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Hello and welcome. I have a bunch of you. I will do my best to keep up with chat as people talk. I was doing my usual in these. This is a 2-hour stream. We will finish up at at about 11 p.m. Eastern Time, so we got about 45 minutes left to stream. But I hope you'll hang out as we build and talk about stuff. Riot says, hello, Pat. We met at PAX 2013 when you did 404ing it. I've not managed to get your stream since I started, but good to finally be here. Well, Riot Bananas, great to have you here. Hell yeah, 2013. That's early PAX for me. But that rules. Yeah, thanks for coming into the stream. We're working on a pretty cool kit. You can see it is clear. My lighting, because I'm on a green screen here, and then I do have some overhead lights. My lighting is not doing this justice. But if you can look at the photo here, please understand, folks that are watching. This kit looks awesome. I'm going to make it bigger so you can kind of see. The clear ones, you're spending some money on this kit. This kit was a $50 kit, and it's a real grade in the 144 scale. $50 is a lot of money. When you're buying, uniques or limiteds, $80. You're right, Sazabi. It was $80. That's right. Was it 80? I don't know. I don't remember. Thought it was 80. No, $80 there is a kit that is $80. That is if I was going to buy that Tall Geese, the metal coating, that's an $80 kit. This is a $50 kit because it's a real grade. You're going to get that far when you're doing with master grades. Like clear master grades are going to be 70 or 80. The double Zeta that is partial clear is a $70 kit. This was $50. It might be more on the internet. This was $50 at New York Comic Con. This is where I end up. Welcome to your new truck. Yeah. Look, here's the thing. I've said this before. I don't always get a chance to kind of talk about this hobby with folks. So I always try to make sure when I do it. If folks are watching right now and you've never done model kit building and it's something you'd be interested in doing, know that there are scales. This is a real grade. Real grades are a little tough. Master grades, tough. High grade, that's where you want. You want to get yourself a 1/100 scale high grade. Lots of big pieces. If you're into Gundam, you pick a Gundam that is from a show that you like. If you really love Gundam Wing back in the day, because you're an old man like me, well, you get yourself a Gundam Wing kit, because you like that kit already. If you watch Gundam Build Divers, you buy something from that, because you think Gundam Build Fighters or Gundam Build Divers is a cool show. If you watched Iron-Blooded Orphans, you get yourself a Full Mechanics Iron-Blooded Orphans kit, because you like that kit. And then when you're really into it and you're been sucked in and you've spent so much time in the hobby, then you just start buying kits because they look cool. Because you didn't ever really watch Gundam Seed, but you know that the Blitz Gundam is a great looking Gundam. So you gotta buy the Blitz. Because hey, the Blitz Gundam looks rad, even if you don't know that show. You buy the Victory Gundam because that's a cool looking kit, even if you don't know anything about it. That to me is where I'm at now, where I'm just like, a lot of times I end up getting kits because I just I don't know. Never watched Gundam, but they look cool. Yeah. And there's other things, right? Like, hey, you can buy boats from One Piece. If you like One Piece, you can build the Going Merry or the Thousand Sunny from One Piece, and that's pretty cool. If you like Dragon Ball, well, there's a Figure Rise as a line, and you can build model kits for Dragon Ball characters. Or Kamen Riders, you can build those, and that's fun. There's one Naruto kit in that line, and it was fun building Teen Naruto. There's a lot out there when it comes to model kits, and I there are people here that are here because they don't have the time to build. They love Lego. What Lego are you building? Yes, Riot. In fact, I have it right here because I showed it off at the beginning of the stream. The Overwatch Lego sets are all really fun. The Bastion one, transforms and is incredible. This Wrecking Ball was a one-night build. It's really fun to put together. Pretty basic, but it does have some movement and some gimmicks to it. And I think it's a fun kit. I just happen to have that because Monday was a little light, so I wanted to show it off. But there's a lot of cool kits out there, and I do just recommend people, if they think that might be a hobby, it might be fun. Your raid came from Limey originally. He's a big Overwatch fan. Yeah, the Overwatch Lego sets have been really fun to build. I've been really enjoying doing them. Oh, we do have. Okay, so I have to put. All right, I'm making the conscientious decision, folks. That I am not going to apply stickers for the rest of the stream because. We do have some stickers, but they are, one, small. It's all these here. The other ones are transfers. They're small. And there's a lot of you right now, and I'd rather make progress on this rather than apply stickers because even when there are 15 people watching, sticker application is something that just like I stopped talking. I just stopped communicating with people because I'm so focused on doing that part of the work. And I'd much rather communicate with all of you about what we're doing here. I do like stickers. Like I especially if you're going to be building something like a high grade, like a 1/100 high grade, you want to have stickers because those stickers are doing a lot of the work. They're doing a lot of detail work. It might just be like the heavy arms is going to be like the chest piece, the detail is going to be the stickers you apply to the chest piece. Or a shield is going to look kind of dry without the gold stickers that you're going to put on it. So something like that is going to pop. This kit doesn't really need stickers because it pops on its own. So this is the second hour of the show, which is where I normally talk in depth about the anime stuff going on for me. And I'm totally fine with not chatting about all the anime shows I want to say. I'm just going to really quickly say, After School Dice Club is on Hulu and is great. If you like board games and you like tales of people trying to better themselves and friendship, if you like anime about friendship, it's a non-fighting anime. It's lovely. It's called After School Dice Club. It's great. It's my favorite show of this season. Kemono Michi, there was wrestling in this episode. Okay, so I got a large audience right now. I'm going to tell you about Kemono Michi and about how it's the best idea for an anime I've heard of in years and how I'm bummed it's not better than it is. So here's the premise. Y'all know isekai? I'll say it real quickly. Isekai. It's a genre. It's a different world. It's person from our world goes to a fantasy world, is very strong in that fantasy world, is overpoweredly strong generally, right? It's a trope. It's here to stay. It's a subgenre. Well, this one presupposes that instead of like a guy who's like great at martial arts or great at magic, what if a professional wrestler was summoned because he's called the Demon Slayer or the Beast Slayer, and so he's summoned to a fantasy world to defeat the beasts. And it's fun and funny, and it's supposed to be funny. The problem comes in on the fact that it's not a great comedy. It's not very funny. A lot of the jokes are about how, like, this dude loves animals. And, like, he'd rather be petting a monster than fighting. And it's kind of annoying. A thing that I understand why they do it is that in the world that he came from, wrestling is real. It's like MMA. It is not a scripted thing. It is all fights are shoot fights. So it is more like mixed martial arts equivalent. Or like amateur wrestling, I guess. Uh, but I will say this. There's something very satisfying about watching a half lizard person perform a Northern Lights suplex, which happened in today's episode. Uh, they've gotten to the point now where they're going to just do wrestling matches in this fantasy world, which is kind of fun. There's some minor character stuff that I thought was okay. Overall, the show is disappointing because the premise is one of the best premises. Like, when I heard about this, I was like, oh, this is going to be a great show. I love this idea. Ugh. And it just doesn't, it's not great. And I wish it was. It's just not that great of a show. It's a bummer. And a show that actually turns out to be okay, I'll talk about pretty briefly, is Cautious Hero, which is also on Hulu right now. Cautious Hero is a comedy version of the isekai trope, but there was moments of real I don't know how to describe tension, because even in isekai generally, like, everything's going to work out because the heroes are so strong, and occasionally reality strikes and it's not that cut and dry, and characters do go through emotional trauma or physical issues, and they are tested. The show Rising of the Shield Hero is basically the premise of what if one of the heroes that was summoned is disliked and, or to the point, fucking hated by people, instead of beloved. So that, so in this one, there is some strife. There's a lot of comedy in the fact that he is a cautious hero. Also, the music, the opening song is way too good for what is like a parody of the genre. Just sounds like a song it should be in the show. It should be the theme song for it's the same group that did a song for like the second season of Overlord, which is an isekai-ish show that takes itself very seriously. So to have like them be like, oh yeah, we have this band doing it, is pretty funny. I'm sorry that you cannot see how great this color is. This red is so fucking good. God damn it. But yeah, Cautious Hero. They had some moments that were like legitimately sweet and kind of nice. And it will be interesting to see if it keeps that up. If it has a few more real moments before it's over. I don't know. I'll have a lot of shows to watch before Monday, which is my next build stream, because I normally have Saturday to kind of talk about some stuff. But we'll get to it. I will endeavor to continue to tell you stuff, and then hopefully I don't think I'm going to make it to any of the premieres because Crunchyroll is doing a few premieres at Anime NYC, but at least one of them is while I'm working, so I don't expect to make it over there. I'm trying to keep my basically my goal this weekend is to work hard. For those that weren't here earlier in the stream, this weekend in New York at the Javits Center, which is the big convention center here in New York City, is Anime NYC, which is like powered by Crunchyroll and a few other partners, and is a big anime convention. And I am working at Crunchyroll's booth. I am a contract employee for them because I have lots of convention experience. I will be working and kind of managing some people and helping to build the booths and do all the stuff and whatever. Are you intending to see Tomino? He's supposed to be there. I mean, as I said, Sazabi, my real thing is that like I don't know, like I'm not looking to. I'd like to. I mean, certainly. Grant, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. But uh, I mean, Austin Walker is moderating a Gundam panel. Do I wish I was going to that panel? Yes. Can I go to that panel? I don't think so. I would love to because one, that sounds fucking rad, and two, I want to support Austin in a fucking cool thing he gets to do because that's my friend. Uh, so I would like to see that, but I am there to work. So you know, maybe, but I don't know. My big goal is to one day this weekend when like we're ready to open and everything's good and I can get away is to buy something from Bluefin before they open and pick up a model kit or something or I don't, the exclusives right now don't really appeal to me because it is the end of the year and they're kind of out of exclusives that I care about. Uh, so I don't know if they're going to pick up anything. I might just get like a fun Baer or something. Uh, I don't know. Or like I said, at New York Comic Con, actually, they were out of the Super Saiyan Gogeta, so I might pick up that Super Saiyan Gogeta kit because it looks pretty great. I don't know. All right, I'm trying to get these to line up right here. Sorry, folks, it's taking a second. There we go. I certainly don't want to break any parts of this. Oh, God, that looks great. Hopefully it'll show up all right on my camera post-stream. I should mention I do have a Discord. I post photos after every stream in the Discord. You can join that if something you'd like to do. People promote themselves, and if you do model kit streaming or any building. But there's a build photos section of my Discord, and that could be anything. That could be like I paint miniatures, or we've got a member Silver Streak who does 3D printing and posts work that they're doing in 3D printing, and which is awesome. And I always recommend that folks want to jump into there. It is low pressure, a couple posts a day. It is not anything particularly like aggressive as far as posts go. But if you're interested in that, if you're working on stuff, I always encourage people to do that or send me a message on Twitter. You can always send me something on there if that's something you like to do. If you're building stuff. Some people build along with me. They work on their own kits or they do it in their free time or work on kits with whenever and let me know what they're working on. Or, if you're a crafter, if you're a cosplay maker, you make props, that kind of stuff. Hey, if you do woodworking, I love seeing that stuff. Like, if you finish a puzzle, you finish yourself a big old puzzle, and you want to show off that puzzle, that's cool too. I like seeing that stuff and seeing what people are working on. I apologize. My schedule is kind of all over the place for the next couple weeks. I will be doing Monday streams as normal, Saturday streams as normal, Wednesday streams instead of Thursday, basically, for the next couple weeks as I just try to get things back on track. But I'm covering a shift at the theater that I tech at next Thursday. It was a swap so that I could be free this weekend. And then the following Thursday is Thanksgiving. And hey, I'm not going to stream on Thanksgiving. It's American Thanksgiving. I knew that I do have some of y'all are not Americans, and I understand that, but I am, and I get invited to a Thanksgiving dinner with dear friends of mine that I only see a couple times a year, and I am going to go to that Thanksgiving, and it's going to be cool. That is the plan. So for me, Thanksgiving was something that was a holiday that I would just go and visit my parents. Because I live here in New York City. AM6D, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that very much. I live here in New York, but I grew up in Connecticut. And for many, many years, my folks still lived in Connecticut, so I would just travel to visit them for Thanksgiving, and that was what I did every year for Thanksgiving. And when they retired, I couldn't go see them for Thanksgiving, so I would just so then I started a tradition where some friends have a Friendsgiving, and I will go and hang out with them, which is rad. It's awesome to have the time to see people and spend some time with them. So I'll be doing that in 2 weeks instead of streaming. But I'll still stream that Wednesday night streams next 3 weeks. No Saturday stream this week, but Saturday next week. Oh boy, this looks fucking cool. Yeah, all right. That is a leg. We finished the leg completely. That is really nice looking. You can see that there. Obviously the colors, because the green screen, my colors are a little different on that than this. But yeah, a really nice looking kit. Oops. And Sazabi is a large mobile suit. So even though this is a 144 scale real grade, that's still a pretty tall friend. It's pretty beefy. It's a big leg. And now we will basically do what we did there, only the other leg. Weird, right? You do it one way, do the other. There's something so nice about the symmetricality of model kits, where you're like, oh, that part was a little tricky, but because that was tricky and I nailed it, this next part will not be, because I already did it once. The second leg is always easier than the first. So any parts that were a little confusing shouldn't be too bad this time around. If you have any questions about model kits, we got a bunch of viewers here that are here for the first time, and is of course welcome. I am by no means an expert. I have been doing streams for about 2 years. Before that, I had taken a long hiatus. I started building model kits in the mid-90s. I had known of Gundam, but it was really Gundam Wing coming out on television on Toonami that really sparked the interest in model kit building. I built a lot of kits over the years, and then I took a long break from doing it and got back to it a little over 2 years ago. Yeah, if you have any questions about model kit building, as I mentioned, I think a high grade 1/100 scale is a great place to start. There are a lot of non-graded kits out there, read reviews. There's great resources out there for folks to learn about model kits and what might be right for them and what might not be right for them. Stuff like Gundam Planet is a great website with lots of information. They really know their stuff. Lots of comments, lots of good, this thing or whatever, YouTube videos, right? Hey, I am not telling something you don't know when I tell you that going on YouTube and just typing in a thing, there are a lot of people that review model kits and put the time and work into doing those reviews. I don't know if I'm going to go back and watch, but there was a great Orange Cassidy bit in tonight's AEW. Last week I will catch AEW at some point. That'll be a relaxation, catch up. It's good to hear. I'm glad that he's getting some bits in. I believe that Orange Cassidy will make an appearance at a comedy wrestling show that I will be going to visit this weekend. I'm going to look that up here. XSW. It is called XSW. It is a wrestling league, but it is all run by comedians, and so it's like, what if a sketch show was wrestling themed and every sketch was a wrestling match? It's kind of like big characters, but also independent wrestlers of note, past and present, make appearances, including Orange Cassidy, who's made several appearances. Yeah, their next show is this Friday. If you're in the New York area, I'll put a link here for that. And it is there, and it's at the Pit Loft. And it is legitimately a comedy show, but it is a very good, silly time. And Orange Cassidy has been involved. I don't know if he's at this one, but usually when he's around, he'll make an appearance. But if you loved wrestling, like the Attitude Era of wrestling, if you like comedy that has some physicality to it, if you like a good, silly time and you're in the New York area, Extremely Serious Wrestling is the way to go. Great announcing from great support your local independent wrestling. Yes, and Makamo, obviously in the New York area and New Jersey, there's a lot of great independent wrestling, and some of it is serious. Some of it is like great independent stuff that has some comedy elements to it, but takes itself seriously. This show does not take itself seriously on purpose, but it does love wrestling. And that's the thing. When I talk about Extremely Serious Wrestling, when I talk about Kaiju Big Battle or Big Battel, when I talk about those kind of funny wrestling things, the point I always make is, well, especially Kaiju. I mean, Kaiju is mostly real wrestlers having a good, silly time. But all of those promotions, the comedy-focused promotions, they love wrestling, and they get wrestling. It is not a, let's make fun of wrestling. It is a celebration of it in the best way they can. And it's, taking the wind out of it, laughing at it a little bit, but laughing with it. A wrestler in our league right now is Pixie Dust. He used to be Cheeto Dust, and now he's Pixie Dust. He is a Gold Dust, Stardust style joke, a parody character, but his thing is all food related. It is very funny. We've got Crackers, the Luchador Parrot. He has a full bird costume where his face is here, the head of the bird is here, so he holds the microphone up to the bird's beak and then has to shout because he's not talking into a microphone. It's a good bit of business. There is a Stone Cold Steve Austin style character called Damn Dan the Candyman. And he is a Candyman but swears a lot, but he's supposed to be a positive, like, here's some candy, like gives candy out, and is supposed to be a really positive dude, but he just swears all the time and is supposed to be a badass. It's nonsense. It's a wonderful nonsense show. That I really good. So yeah, so his hook is that he is like supposed to be a Candyman. He's supposed to be like a fun-loving like character for kids. He's supposed to be like the kid-friendly character, but he has a potty mouth, and people are like, "Stop swearing, Dan." That's basically it. He's like, what if Willy Wonka? Oh, you mean like a metal hook? No, he does not have a metal hook. Also, Dan the Candyman's brother is Candy Cane, and it's just Kane. We just made him Kane. We just did they just did a parody of Kane, but it's just Candy Cane. It's what you think it is. It's good. There's a bunch of throwback characters, and it is an on-purpose comedy show. It is silly and fun, extremely serious wrestling. Big fan. A lot of my friends are involved in it. It's a good time. Mayor Candy Cane. Yeah, Gavin, it's a good time. XSW is just like, so some folks that have done it have been that started with it are added to the Shikara program. We've had Ophidian around. He trains the guy who runs the league, who's not no means an independent wrestler, but loves wrestling and loves comedy and wanted to start a wrestling league because he loves those things so much. He was like, what if I did a comedy wrestling league? I mentioned like Kaiju or Chikara, the kind of sillier, more fun. Those are wrestling promotions that are funny. And I need to make it clear that XSW is a comedy show about wrestling. And they get it and understand it and love wrestling, but want to make sure that people don't think that they're like, there's a few people that like are competent wrestlers. Like I said, Orange Cassidy has done it. Orange Cassidy is a very funny wrestler and a very funny performer, but like is an actual wrestler with a comedy gimmick. Colt Cabana is a comedy wrestler that can fucking wrestle. Former and future NWA champion, Colt Cabana. Dalton Castle has an incredibly silly wrestling gimmick right now. Dalton Castle is a great mat wrestler. Who before... thank you for the follow. Appreciate that, Johnny. John Henry, I should say. Before Dalton was doing the Dalton Castle gimmick, which is incredible, he had he was Remington something or other, and he had a Chikara gimmick where he was just like a smooth wrestler that nothing ever bothered him. Like, he'd toss you out of the ring, and then he'd hold the ropes for you to come back in. He was like, he owned like a yacht. He was basically like Yacht Rock the wrestler, which is a good gimmick. But the Dalton Castle gimmick is obviously so much of a bigger thing. But yeah, that guy is a great like wrestler, legitimately an incredible wrestler, and I think that is often overlooked by some of the grumpier people in wrestling, some of the people that want their wrestling to always be serious. They don't recognize that, hey, doing a kip up with your hands in your pockets means that you have a great physical ability. Doing a suicide dive with no hands is not something that wrestlers just do and just like whatever. Yes, it is a comedy gimmick. Orange Cassidy has a comedy gimmick, but he still works very hard. Always bums me out when people look at that. Yes, Ultron, also wrestling entertainment. Yeah. Yeah, and then giving birth to a hand. Yeah, I mean, like, look, when I say that, I mean that, like, serious wrestlers can do funny gimmicks and have funny lines, but wrestlers that are predominantly spectacles and funny are often treated by people, looked down upon by people who just don't, they just don't like it. It's just not their kind of thing. G1, he might be the first person ever beaten. Yeah. Hi, Christian. Welcome back. Happy to have you back for towards the tail end. We got a few more minutes left of the stream. We're working on our legs here. We're going to finish this other leg up. We've gotten a lot of progress done today. But yeah, he might be. Moxley, certainly, John Moxley as in this incarnation of post WWE, John Moxley has a very good win-loss record. Yeah, Christian, we had 2 raids here, and a bunch of people showed up, and also a bunch of people stayed. And I just want to say, thanks for hanging out. It does mean a lot that people are, at the very least, intrigued by what's going on here and want to see what's up. I appreciate that. I hope you enjoy the stream. As I said, we got about 10 minutes left, and I'm happy folks are here. Kristen, you were Destiny rating? Okay. You kind of went from anime to wrestling. Yeah, I mean, I jump around on conversations certainly. But that is like I do talk about wrestling on this stream because I am a big fan of it. Uh, um, you know, uh, as is my way in all things. I talk about the positives of the stuff I'm into. I talk about the negatives of the stuff that I'm into. Um, I try to be positive when I can, but also be realistic about those things. Uh, we're talking about anime is wrestling indeed. Yeah, anime and wrestling are not that far apart, certainly. But NWA. I think what NWA is doing right now is really interesting. Someone pointed out, and it's totally valid and fair, that their roster that they've chosen to present on television is very white, and that's a bummer. Uh, Apparently, this incarnation of the NWA doesn't have a Bill Watts in it, uh, which is a shame. Uh, there's been an Afro Latina performer, which is great, but that has been the extent of it, and that's a real shame. So hopefully that is a change that is coming. Uh, Indeed. Yes, especially because the National Wrestling Alliance shares a name with another NWA, and those attitude-having folks would not approve. Um, or like, I'm happy that AEW has had like is having like more matches that feature women. Like the last pay-per-view, I think, was a good indication of that division growing. They seem to be signing more women, which is great because they were doing like one-offs or tryouts. Obviously, like they've had a focus on tag teams, and that has been the thing that they've been, focusing on a lot. And I understand that, but like to see more and more. Always like to see more and more. Well, yep, yes, they do that, which I think is awesome. Yes, they do have a woman who is refereeing on their main event, and that is fucking cool. Speaking of earlier about Chikara, well, there is even a fantastic referee, former Chikara referee, working for them right now, which is Bryce. Bryce is getting used to working on television, and Bryce unfortunately has had a couple fuck ups. That one of which was definitely his fault. One of which I don't necessarily think was his fault, but that's kind of a bummer because he's so good. But Bryce understands like his role as a referee so well and what he can bring to the table so well, and I'm so happy that he's not only a referee, but he's also for them, but also like working in the front office, and I'm really happy for him. He's a great dude and a great referee. But yeah, no, I mean really, it's just that you give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. You have thoughts on like that they say they're going to do things, and you're like, okay, we'll do them, and then you hope they do, and then if they aren't doing those things, then you mention it. I think it's totally reasonable. Companies, especially companies that are like making it a point to say that they have certain values and they're looking for to do things certain ways. Well, it's like, okay, then do them. I mean, good, but do them. All right, and then one more piece here, which is C. No, that's D. This is secret. All right, and we've got C18. Great. do that there. Just kind of the lighter color here. Thinking, yeah, you can see that. Yeah, this is definitely a lighter pink. And wait. Oh. I assembled this. We are not done because I goofed. I put the rockets on the wrong side of this leg. It's supposed to be on the outside of the leg, and I put it on the inside. So, I get to pull out. So, we get to see some tools. These are primarily tools, spongers and things. This is an iFixit kit, meant for working on, for doing work when you're working on phones and various devices like tablets. But I find the plastic wedges and the spongers of these great for doing removal work if you suddenly have to take a piece off, especially one that is kind of hard to get on and off, instead of using, your tweezers or something like that. If you just have to get a piece out there and separate them, you can hopefully do it with a piece of hard plastic like this, and that way you're not going to damage anything. Tweezers so sharp that I stabbed myself and then threw them into a wall like a dart. Sin! Oh God! Oh God! Those are sharp tweezers. Yeah, my tweezers aren't that sharp. In fact, my tweezers are pretty dull, and it's probably time to upgrade. But oh, that's sharp. Dang. Okay, that's not what I wanted to do. I gotta get this off. It's most of it off. Yeah, I was just not paying attention, folks, and that's what happens. Hello, Sin. Happy to have you here. We're almost done with the stream tonight. We got raided. It's been very good. A bunch of new folks popping in to say hi. It's been cool. But yeah, I just put it on the same way that I did for the previous leg, which obviously should have been inverted. Now I'm paying for that by having to do the work again. There we go. All right, now I can rebuild this. Won't be hard to fix this, which is nice. He says as he slams pieces together and is general freaked out about it. How many bits would I have to donate for you to dropkick a Freedom Gundam if you have one? Well, Sazabi, luckily I don't have a Freedom Gundam, and I don't have, I will say this, I don't have a good answer for you as far as how much for me to do that, because I don't think I would damage a model kit for money. It's just not my style. I hope you can understand that. That even a kit that I just don't like folks may remember when I put together that when I built that Optimus Prime. I did an Optimus Prime model kit I really did not enjoy. It was really annoying and didn't look great, and I was not happy with it at the end. It's probably my least favorite model kit build I've done. When that was done, I was mostly just like, alright, I'm not going to mail this out to anyone. This sucks. Good night. I was more depressed by how it wasn't fun to build than I was angry. So, I don't know. I understand sometimes you just, hey, there's kits out there that aren't great. There's there are, shows in the series we don't love, but I don't think I could drop kick a kit. I'd have to really hate it. I don't know. I appreciate that. I should say this: bits and coins are always appreciated, even if I'm not promising to destroy something. There's the leaderboards up there, as you can see above the chat. All right, I'm going to fix this off stream. I have to put this on, and then this goes on here like this. I'm going to do this off stream because I got to take this whole piece off again. I'm not going to get to that right now because I'm going to wrap up the stream. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Build with Baer workshop. My next stream is going to be on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I stream usually 3 times a week. This week I'm only doing twice. Thank you for following. You can find me on Twitter or on YouTube. It's Pat Baer is my handle on all of those things, all social media. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for watching the stream. New folks, I hope you'll check us out. I do stream often, usually about 6 hours a week, 3 times a week. This week it's only 4 because of my schedule, but I build Lego sets and model kits. I got a Common Rider that I'm going to be building soon. I've got a Batman Lego set that looks cool. Yeah, thank you very much for hanging out. Those that you came in the raid, those that you just came in on your own. It is unusual that this many people will be watching, but I hope you come back and check it out again. And I'm going to run an ad because I almost have made $1 off of ads, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to run an ad. Maybe you'll see that. Maybe you won't. Either way, thanks and have a great night. Goodbye.